Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Today my travels have brought me to Eastern Tennessee. Now we're out of Eastern North Carolina now. We made it over to Eastern Tennessee and we're just outside of a town called Sweetwater. And Sweetwater is known for an awesome roadside attraction. America's largest underground lake is actually located here in a mountain. It's pretty cool. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you've not, but it's a place called the Lost Sea. Really excited to be here today to check this place out. I've been doing some reading online about it, learn a little bit of history about it, and now it's just time to go inside and take a walk down a long tunnel into the underground caverns. And it might be a 3/4 mile walk down to the lake itself, where we're going to take a boat ride on the water itself beneath the ground. Pretty awesome. And one other cool thing, even though it's about 88 degrees give or take at this exact moment, beneath the ground in the caverns it's 58 degrees, like all the time. So yeah, it might be a little chilly. I brought a jacket, but I think I'm just gonna try to tough through it. It is so hot out here today. Even though I'm in the shade, it feels pretty good. But as soon as you step out in that sunshine right there, the Tennessee heat will rain down upon you with some humidity. So all in all, we have about an hour wait before our reservation number comes up. They do like tours every 15 minutes. So our group is actually, I think, about 1:30. So we're going to go up here and kind of look around the outside areas a little bit, kind of investigate this place. Never been here before, but I'm really excited to be here. And I'm excited you decided to come along with me today. I really appreciate it. Let's begin. All right, right over here is the parking area. And then if you just walk right up this road right here, this little driveway, right over there, there's a building, and that is where the Lost Sea entrance is, I think, where you actually go down into the caverns and stuff. But we're not ready for that quite yet. We still have some stuff to do back here in this area. We have this cool little general store right here. And I think it's fascinating that these caves are so old that the Cherokee Indians actually used to use this area to do stuff with these caves and, like, you know, store things. And then in the 1820s, when the white settlers come to this area here in the Tennessee Valley, they actually used the area to store like their potatoes and their vegetables down in the caverns, because it was a constant 58 degrees all the time. So it worked kind of like a refrigerator for us, you know. Back in those days, it would keep their vegetables and stuff really cold and everything. So I think that's pretty awesome. All right, and right here is the entrance to the general store. It says groceries, dry goods, and wine. All right, so I took a little walk around the general store. It has a lot of cool little items in there, some things like stickers. They have like some wood carved weapons in there, like some swords and axes and stuff that kids can play with. And then they also have an area that has like some gem mining and some prices. And they have this sack of dirt in there that you would actually use to take outside to the gem mine, which we will walk over there and take a look at that area. And then they also had this goat milk stuff. It was like some kind of essential oils, like a lotion that you could buy in this little tub. I thought that was kind of interesting too. So, and then right when you come out this door right here behind me, you have this wishing well right here. It says, "Ye Old Wishing Well. All funds go to following organizations: Shrine Crippled Children." And then when you look down in there, you can see where people have thrown some change down in there. Okay, and right here is the gem mine area. They actually have a sign right here in case you came down here first. It says if you would like to gem mine, you may purchase dirt at the general store, which we definitely seen that. I have a little bit of instructions up here on how to do it, but right here is the gem mining, the little trough. Very nice. Definitely want to take this. Notice this big sign right over here. Oh my goodness. It says, "Attention," in big red letters. There will be a $50 fine for putting rocks or anything into the gem mine other than the dirt you have purchased. So definitely want to make sure you don't do that. Let's walk around here for a minute. Oh, this is kind of cool. So they have, like, to kind of show you what you might find in your gem mining dirt. Your different rocks and crystals and things like that in there. Got some topaz. Don't see no gold over there, I see opal, quartz. Only thing I would probably ever find is fool's gold. Y'all remember that? I used to get fool's gold when I was a kid in different places up in the mountains around North Carolina. Right here is the little baskets that you use to dump your dirt in as you would just sitting here. I've never really done gem mining before, but I guess you just put it right here and just kind of shake it around until all the dirt washes down that way, and then you'll see what you got left over. You can come over here and use this little picture right here to kind of give you a little diagram to tell you what you might have found. Yeah, this is it. This is the ice cream shop. Check out that colorful signage. Sweet shop. You can't miss that one. You walk in here, they got Bluebell ice cream here. As you can see right here, they got the cone on the side of the wall. Enjoy hand dip cone, Bluebell ice cream. Alright, I just made my way inside this sweet shop, and you can see some of the things they have in here. They got some rock crystal candy. There's the price of those candies. It comes in like that right there. They got all kinds of stuff, of course. You know, this is the new thing, right? Everything is freeze-dried these days, even though I'm not a big fan of freeze-dried candies. Got some Warheads. They got some Big League Chew. Pretty awesome. That's really interesting. Poofy Pops and ropes. That is what a Poofy Pop looks like. You also have some Pepsi products right here. And then right here they have the original bag of poo. That don't look like poo, it looks like animals. I figure it would be the brown dung hat like looking thing. I don't know what this is. But yeah, check it out. The original bag of poo. And right here they have some assorted fudges. They look really tasty. Look at that chocolate peanut butter fudge. And then right over here they have all their Bluebell ice cream flavors. Alright, that was a little quick tour around this sweet shop ice cream bar. Really nice. Smelled amazing in there. You could just smell the sweetness in the ice cream in the air. Now we're going to go down here to the glass blower. As the sign is illuminated, it is open. Alright, we have made it inside to the glass blower shop, and they're actually doing a little bit of glass blowing as we speak. That is so cool. Check that out. Wow, this place really has some beautiful items that they made. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at all this cool stuff. Man, look at that dragon up there. And then they got these eagles with like the American flags on the wings. That is so awesome looking. How cool is that? Alright, that was pretty cool. Kind of walk in there, look at the glass blowing shop. A lot of neat stuff in there. They can also customize some of the things in there and put your name on it. So if you do come up here and you're interested in that, definitely talk to them. They're really nice and kind, and they had no problem with me doing a little bit of filming in there. So I really appreciate that. Now, let's head on across the street and see what else we can find here in the Lost Seas area. Alright, I was walking right through here, fixing to go across the street, and then I come across this building. This here is called the Blacksmith Shop. But the blacksmith is not working today. But I thought we would still just kind of, since we're here and we got some time to kill, why not walk around and check this out. Right here is the bellows. Pump the bellows. This right here is what pumps the bellows to give it some heat. This here is the big old, what they call that, the anvil, where they do all their blacksmithing, all their hammering and stuff to shape whatever they're making. A little dark back here, I know that. They got all kinds of machinery back here in the darkness. I like watching people make knives for whatever reason. There's something about watching a craftsman make a knife that's just like therapeutic. You know, I couldn't imagine actually making my own knife, what that would be like. It'd probably be a lot of hard work. Sometimes those guys sweat, but all in all, I like watching it. Just one of those things. All right, this is where we want to go next. It says Lost Sea that way, and right over there it is. I didn't see this stuff here when I come in, so you might want to kind of check this out. They got some signs here letting you know that the sweet shop and the glass blower, the general store, and the restrooms is this way. This is where I gotta go. But they do have some restrooms back over here, but they're closed right now. So yeah, really, really cool. And something else we're going to look at before we leave, they have a little place over here you can take some pictures, a little selfie action going on. Let's go look at it. And yeah, this is nice though. Got a couple flower pots on either side of this bench right here. You and your family can sit right here in front of the Lost Sea Adventure sign and get you a photo. All right here is the entrance to the Lost Sea itself. So we're going to walk inside these doors and see what we can find in here. So when you come in the front door, this right here is what you're going to see. You're going to see the signage up here, and then right to the left you have bathrooms over here, and right here is where you want to check in or buy your tickets if you have reservations. And then right here we have another gift shop, so we're going to walk through this one now. So once you make it inside this Lost Seas building where the actual tunnel is going to be located and where you check in at, you actually have another gift shop in here. And this one's a little bit more expansive, a lot more stuff. They have pins, all kinds of collectible things. They have some books about mineral rocks and things like that. Right over here is some rocks and minerals. Have everything for kids, activity books, really cool stuff. Obviously, we got some jewelry. And then they have an area over here with a lot of t-shirts. You have these little jewelry things on this weird looking branches. Yeah, so they do have all kinds of things here. It says like Lost Sea on it, so really cool. They got just your basic gift shop stuff they have in here, but they do have a little bit more variety than what they had across the street, I believe. Well, we're here to see America's largest lake, but I might have just found America's largest pencil. Look at that thing. Now this right here is right outside the entrance to the gift shop that we just looked through. This right here is a rainbow trout, and this is actually a rainbow trout, I believe, if I remember correctly. This is one that came out of the lake down there. So they put these rainbow trout in there because rainbow trout are like really good at going upstream, and they originally put them in there and they tagged all of them, so if one ever got out, they would know there's an escape route. There's a way to get out of the caverns. But up until this point, I don't think one's ever been found outside of the Lost Sea. So once they're down there, they're just stuck down there. And as you see this really pretty like rainbowy red going on here, the different colors, I think some of them actually lose that because they never see sunlight when they're down there, you know. So and they also start to become blind because they do not have any kind of sunlight, obviously because they're in a cavern, you know, 140 feet or whatever down below the ground. So pretty cool though that they kept this one. This one right here is a big boy, probably about a 15-pounder maybe. All right, and right here's their information board, my friends. Right here we have the tour takes 1 hour, round trip walk is 3/4 of a mile. The cave temp 58 degrees, low heel shoes suggested, no smoking in the cave, no pets allowed in the cave, and severe cardiac patients check in with management before you go. Camera and flash welcome. All right, once you get checked in here at the front desk, they will give you a ticket. It'll look something like this. It will have the number of people in your party, which is 2 for us. 1:15 is our time, and you just take this ticket and you hand it this gentleman right here, and they will take you back and get your tour started at 1:15 or whatever your respective time is. All right, here we go. Check out this bright tunnel. Wow, that is yellow. Almost like I need my shades back on, they're so bright. It's pretty dang steep too. The yellow color and the incline of this hill. They got like some benches right here. You can see the bench.
The first half mile being a gradual decline to walk to the cave. They'll take our boat ride. And the last quarter of a mile being a gradual incline of 140 feet. Now this equivalent to climbing a 14-story building. So if you have any problems on the way, please let me know. But be 3 rest stops and we'll stop at all of them. A few rules: please stand on trails behind me at all times. No smoke or vaping in the cave, and please place all cash in the trash can on the pathway. And most important one, do not touch or damage any cave information. This could lead to a $500 Tennessee state fine. None of us want to pay that, so let's not do that.
All right. before our tour guide started talking, I was about to say, you know, with my brain and everything, and I see this beautiful yellow and all this real steep incline. Thinking it's cold down here, so I really don't want to do it now that I'm down here, but slip and slide. That would be so awesome. So right here, we're going to cross this bridge. Dang, look how big this thing is. This thing is huge.
Formations you'll see on this tour. The white part there, that is flowstone. It is made of calcium carbonate, which is a key ingredient in most tums and rollates. The orange part, that is drapery. It is made of iron oxide from the plants and rocks around it. If you don't know what iron oxide is, it's basically just pretty rust, as you can kind of see from the color. Now the Cascades also has the nickname cave bacon because when you turn off the lights, it looks like a seared piece of bacon. And we all love bacon, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good.
So weird, there's actually a bird in here. Look at that. See the bird? I told you when I first seen it, I thought it was a bat. You know, we are in a cavern. All right, here we go. Here we go. They got like some rugs to kind of help with grip as you walk through the caverns.
The Veilatiers. It is called this because it drips down the back and it sounds like someone's crying. The top part are stalactites because they hang on tight to the ceiling, and the bottom are stalagmites because they might get there one day. When they grow together, they form a stalactite, or a column or a pillar, like see here on the left. Also, as we walk down, it does change from concrete clay, and there is a little bit of a drop off, so everybody watch your step. So these are amphidites. They're some of the rarest cave formations in the world. They can only be found in 8 caves in the world, but lucky for us, we hold about 70% of them. Now, unlike stalactites, they do not drip down. Instead, they evaporate, which creates those spikes. They are very slow growing. They only grow 1 cubic centimeter every 1,000 years. So definitely takes a while. Now, we like to call them cave flowers because the Greek word anthos meaning flower, and they are the reason we are a U.S. National Landmark. Now, these here are inactive amphidites because they're brownish reddish color, but as we go around the corner, I'll show you some active ones. They're white and very sparkly.
So this area right here is pretty cool. So back in the 1940s, as you see, they have like this makeshift campfire right over here. This is where some explorers come down through here, and they actually found a lot of like Indian arrowheads and pottery and things like that. And there was actually in the upstairs, you know, when we actually got our tickets and checked in. This is where some of that stuff was actually found. It's a big area, I know that. Once again, we want to watch our head because this stuff is really, really low down here in the caves. Wow, that's awesome. A lot of low hanging ceilings, my friends. Check that out.
A leaching vat. This dates back to the Civil War and was used to make gunpowder. Soldiers would come down here and mine for saltpeter, which is made like we call it mother's liquor, which is made of potassium nitrate, which is melted out of bat guano, also known as bat poop. Gross. They would then add potash lives in the mix and boil it one last time to create saltpeter crystals. This would then lead to gunpowder. So the easiest thing to say is Civil War fought with bat poop. Now you know. And then as we keep on walking, it is going to get very low through here, so please watch your heads. And then in this low section, you're going to see the date 1863. That is the oldest known date of cave, and all the little white scratches you'll see on it, those will be carbon-14 tested it, see if it is actually from that time. And it is. It is what puts us on the Civil War trail. And then all the other black writing, we just assume it's from soldiers and things like that. We haven't proven it, but it's just assumed. And then all the white writing, that's just graffiti from before we opened.
All right here is the writing she was referring to. That was actually rewrote way back in 1863. You know, it's unbelievable to be walking in this cavern. It is really getting cold, number one. And I'm starting to wonder if I should have wore some kind of long sleeve. But Could you imagine all the people that was back here back in the 1800s, like exploring? Like, we're walking around with all these lights. You know, everything's pretty illuminated, and it's still kind of spooky. It would have been pitch black, you know. I guess they would have had like some kind of a, you know, I don't know, some kind of lantern or some kind of a torch maybe. But you wouldn't be able to see anything other than that torch light. And just look how deep this thing goes beneath the ground, man. I mean, how many times would you bump your head on something like this?
Now, these are formed from two bodies of water, one coming from where we just came from, and one coming from right up here. They met, created a whirlpool, and then drained out through there, leaving all these bedrock things behind. You can see the point of the whirlpool is right here, and it went all the way around, which is pretty cool.
And right here is the area where you have saltine crackers and applesauce. Kind of cool. So, you didn't get to see this, but she actually turned the lights off down here, and we was talking about how dark it would have been. You couldn't see anything. Like, you could see nothing. It was so dark, I could not imagine. She said if it would stay that dark for more than 2 weeks, you would actually go blind. All right, so when we first came down, we went this way, and this here was the dark room, and now we're actually headed toward the water down this pathway. And it seems like every step we take, it gets a little chillier. All right, this next room that we're in, you see this red glowing, this here is called the Devil's Hole. And supposedly, if you look into it and you're bad, you'll see the devil. If you look into it and you see nothing, you're pretty good. You ready? Cover your eyes if you're being evil. And that is it. That is the Devil's Hole. Oh, do I see somebody? No, no, just shadow. We're good, we're good. We're okay. If you see somebody looking at you in that Devil's Hole, you let me know. Oh, that's pretty awesome. You see those stairs right there? It used to be cut into the rock. That's pretty cool. My wife just noticed that. She's got a pretty good eye. All right, let's catch up with her tour. Don't want to lag too far behind. All right, so this is totally, I'm nerding out a little bit now. I know what this reminds me of, being down here in these caverns. This reminds me of a video game I used to play back in the 2000s called Gears of War. And in Gears of War 1 and 2, like specifically, they used to have a lot of caverns like this where you had to go beneath the ground and track down these locusts, these like monsters and stuff. And that's kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. So this part right here of the tour, the guide actually said this area is the steepest part. You know, we're going to have to go down, like, it's pretty much equivalent to 7-story building. We got to go down, and obviously you got to go up. So she said be very careful because some of the handrails are missing due to them changing them out right now. So this is definitely a sketchy moment. Oh, check it out. Check out this beautiful little waterfall trickling down through there. That is so soothing. I love the sound of water. Look how clear it is. Wow. That is beautiful. And so that waterfall, it like comes down in that pool, and then it actually exits right here. And then it kind of makes a little stream as it goes deeper down into the cave. And right over here we have a moonshine still. They say they do not allow you to taste it this time of year, but if you come back on February 31st, you can have all you want, they said. Which is kind of funny because there's no such thing as February 31st, you know. Even the leap year, you don't get 31 days in February. So I thought that was a funny joke. Check out the green right here. Look at that color. That is awesome. So our guide was just talking to us about, you know, some of the stuff that grows down here, even artificial light to make stuff grow. That's the whole point of this. But look at this cavern up here. Is that not beautiful? You can actually come here and spend the night. All right. So next up on the agenda is the boat ride. We're making our way down right now. That's what the guide said. Feeling kind of excited. I wonder if we get to touch the water. I want to see how cold it is. All right. we have made it to the next stage of the tour. And this is the part that I'm looking most forward to. And that is the boat ride. We are here at the dock. Just look how big this place is. I don't know if you can really see it because it is so dark, but yeah. And right there is one of the rainbow trout that they have in here. I think they have about 300 to 400 rainbow trout that they stock. And there is the lake. That is unbelievable. Just absolutely beautiful. Look how big this cavern is. That's too cool. So next up is a little boat ride. Look, here comes one of the boats in. Like some really big John boats. So right here at the docks though, you can definitely see the bottom really easy. But as we move back deeper in the cave where the lake extends farther out, I think it starts getting like 50 and 60, and then finally there's one area that gets 70 feet deep. And say so long to the dock for now.
Yeah. You are sailing on the Lost Sea, America's largest underground lake. This rim is 800 feet long, 220 feet wide, and 65 feet tall from the surface of the water to its ceiling. The water is kind of like a swimming pool, so the further out you go, the deeper it gets. At the dock, it's about 10 to 15 feet. In the middle, it's about 30 to 45, and at its deepest point, it's about 60 to 75. The water is also 56 degrees. This tunnel leads to a chamber that is about 2 times that of this one. Now, unfortunately, we have only found 3 sides. We never found that back wall because when divers were exploring it, they ran out of lifeline and had to come back through. But as they were doing this, the tunnel was collapsing behind them, so no human could fit back through it. And that happened in 1973. We have left it alone since then because that's kind of scary. We don't want to put anyone through that again. Our fish, they are rainbow trout. They're not naturally here. We stock them every 3 to 5 years, and we originally put them here as a science experiment. We want to see if there's a way for the water to leave the lake. So we put our name and phone number on them and stuck them down here. I got this. Anyways, so we put our name and phone number on them and stuck them down here. But nothing ever happened for 2 reasons. 1, any possible exit is going to be complete and total natural darkness, meaning the fish is going to hit a wall and turn right back around. And 2, Purina trout chow. We feed them every tour. They don't want to leave. So now they're just here as our pets. A lot of people think that they are blind or albino, but actually that is not the case. They do lose about 25% of their eyesight just from not having any sunlight, but just kind of think of it as they need fish glasses. They can still see down here better than we can. And then as far as their color goes, they never develop 75% of it. When rainbow trout are born, they are born green, and then since they need sunlight to develop that rainbow color, they just stay green. So right up here, this is the spot of our latest rock fall. This happened about 2,000 years ago, and we lost about 90 tons of rock. And the piece that fell was about 500 feet long, so it fell all down through there. And how we know this is because of the cave bacon or drapery. You may remember this from earlier. So drapery does not grow between rocks, it grows on top. So after the ice boat dated back, we knew that the rock fall happened 2,000 years ago, based off the age of the drapery. Yeah, surprise! That is Bess the milking cow. She's most active dripping stalactite, dripping about 30-40 times a minute. Isn't she cute?
And cold.
And cold.
Yeah, very cold. Whoa.
So that means that if you
That's
do
chilly.
get this on, that's called a cave's kiss. It gives you good luck for a year. And if you don't, that's even better. That is right under the men's restroom. Luckily, that's not true. We are 140 feet from the surface, and we're nowhere near the men's restroom. Yay. Yay. But right up here, we have our soda straw stalactites. They're basically just expensive straws. They make your drink taste like rust. Ew. So at least they're pretty.
Alright, that was pretty cool boat ride. Lost Sea.
Because she was the only person up there.
That was a pretty awesome experience, if I do say so myself. Now that our boat ride is complete, now we get to walk 7 stories out of here. Nice and steep. Walk up. It was fun walking down, but walking up, a little bit of work. All right, this right here is called the bear claw. We're gonna touch it for good luck. There we go. We did it. The bear claw. It's gonna bring us some good luck. All right, my wife is gonna give the bear claw a high five.
High five.
So you get extra good luck.
You gonna give it a hug?
All right, my wife's gonna give the bear claw a hug for extra good luck. I just touched it.
I'm not gonna kiss it though.
But no, yeah, don't kiss it. Definitely don't kiss it. All right, that was really a lot of fun. And I do like the bear claw. I thought that was pretty cool. And our guide actually told us, you know, if you touch it, you get good luck for like a day or something. If you high five it, you get it for a week. If you hug it, you get it for a month. If you kiss it, well, you're just weird.
Back in the 1820s.
And there's the yellow tunnel. We made it.
Thanks y'all for coming.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your tour. I'll see adventures. And we made it back. What did you think?
I loved it. It was fantastic. So cool. Just interesting.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally cool,
Literally
like Frosty. All right. Put my Frosty sunglasses on after that 58 degrees. Whew. I'm thawing out quickly there. It is very, very warm. So that right there was really cool. Really glad that I came up here. We had a great time. Really appreciate everybody who watched the video. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. If you enjoyed today's content, please give it a big old thumbs up. Put any comments that you have down below about this area and this this whole Lost Seas. Really is really a lot of fun. Really cool. We had a great time.
The lake was amazing. The lake was so amazing.
Yes, it was amazing. I definitely recommend coming and checking this out. And I thought it was so fascinating. 58 degrees, it doesn't matter if it's in the winter time or the summertime. She said it's always the same temperature. I wonder how that works. In the winter, you would think it would get cooler.
I guess because it's so far in the ground.
Maybe, maybe. All right, friends, we are all done today. Thank you so much. I am the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe, and I will see you next time.